Welcome to Frank's Out. This is your host, Frank the Vamp, and we're continuing to talk about Friday the 13th, ranking them from worst to best, all the movies. Um, I said, I said the good news last video. We're down to 6 movies, and to me, they're all good. So from this point on, from 6 down, you guys are going to hear me praise every single Friday the 13th movie. Not that they have their flaws, but let's begin the body count right now, and we go to one of the highest body count Friday the 13th ever, which is Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning. And to me, that's going to rank number 6. And let me go ahead and praise it right off the bat. Friday the 13th with a mystery. I mean, it actually has a plot that a cohesive plot. Like, hey, you know what? It actually follows logic, and we see Tommy, poor, Corey Feldman Tommy, that spoilers from Part 4, that took out Jason, has makes a small cameo here, but basically we get. Let me check out his name, John Shepard, playing the adult Tommy, which has grown up with severe psychological problems from encountering Jason. And of course, I don't blame him. And he sees him in dream sequences and things like that, and imagination and disturbance. He goes in, he's being put into this type of retreat place for the mentally unstable, kind of like, it's not like, which, that, it's kind of like borderline believable. That's a small nitpick in there, but I'll talk about it later once we go into the negatives. But as far as he is put into this facility where basically he's not really restricted. He's allowed to roam and be able to try to function with others through therapy and medication to try to cure him. But after an unfortunately, one of the patients unfortunately goes crazy and kills one of the inmates. A series of murders start to happen. And we all start to wonder, is Jason Voorhees back from the dead? Who could have done it? Could have been Tommy going totally mad. Could have been the other dude. Or could just be that dude Roy who keeps talking to the camera too much. But, I really like the the plot, the mystery, even though, like, it's not, the greatest mystery to figure out, but, picture me being a young dude trying to watch this, and young mind probably could escape me and would have been much more complicated, but it's a very decent slasher, with a high body count, has lots of boobs, nudity, and really, and violence, and it's really out there. It's really hardcore in many ways, and the fact that we get a copycat killer of Jason, it's unbelievably cool. And then we don't know who is it until the end, and until the end is revealed, and then we get, like, spoilers. Like I said, I put it all over that. We get Tommy becoming the new Jason at the very end. Brilliant, man. It's really, like, I really like that. Now, detractors. Why doesn't this rank higher in the list if I like it so much, right? Because it has some monumental flaws. One of the ones that hurts it a lot is the fact that the how can I say that the kills themselves are really censored badly. I mean, the MPAA really did a number on this one. And a lot of the kills, even though there's a high body count, they're not very graphic. I mean, this could have been like really cool. Has it been some better kills? It has a ton of them, but it's just a lot of them are off screen, or they just show you the aftermath, and they're not done in a very effective way. Very few, like one or two, are done cool. The other ones, I mean, there's some way at the end. There's a fight between Pam and Jason, right, and Roy, basically, and machete against chainsaw, and that could have gone a lot better, but it's kind of like, because the chainsaw malfunctions, is kind of cut short. Like they have potential to make it really bloody, and really, because it's kind of weird, because this has so much boobs, and for some reason it's just they can get the boobs in, but they just can't get that hardcore. It's a product of its time, I guess. But it's on the they just couldn't get the, or I don't know if the because I know it was only made on a budget, it says here, of approximately 2.2 million. So I mean, maybe they didn't have the right effects to go in with that one, but that one hurts the movie. But one of the things that I think that and there's also, the teenagers don't help, and there's kind of lousy acting throughout. One of the, I mean, with the except of Jason Shepard, he does awesomely as Tommy, and I think that he's got to be mentioned. That I mean, John Shepard. I'm sorry, John Shepard as Tommy is the one that I mean, he's really believable, and I kind of feel his pain, and the character, the man who plays Roy, is actually pretty cool, and we can totally see his motivation when he snapped, and but so coming back to why is that, why is it higher on the list, right? Coming back, negative reason: number one, the kills are lame. Number two, the story has plot holes. And one of the biggest ones is that if Tommy is obviously violent, and then we see the other young man snapped, these people who are in this facility shouldn't be in this facility. Like, if he's such a minor, like, there's not, I think one of the first things they said, there's not that many rules here. They're just kind of like guidelines or something. These people look like they should be on high medication in a high security facility. So I don't buy that. That detracts. I don't know, there's the thing that I don't like the arguments of, oh man, this is not a Friday the 13th because Jason's not really in it. No, that's BS, man. If you're gonna make the argument, make it about body hopping Jason, and Jason goes to hell. But in this one, I mean, you really feel like even though Jason, the actual reincarnation of Jason, doesn't happen until the very end, as Tommy becomes Jason, it makes it to go in another direction, which unfortunately, because of fans had a lot of problems with this, they didn't like it, and the whole idea was scrapped, and they went on a new direction. So A New Beginning was kind of cut short. But yeah, I mean, so through all in all, great idea, not so great execution, not so great kills, really good acting by John Shepard as Tommy, cool idea with Roy. So it's a mixed bag. I like it, but it could have been higher in the list, but it's just, the bad acting, teenagers, the plot holes. It's, oh yeah, I think someone else mentioned what happened to Tommy's sister. It's not mentioned in the film. and something, big time has to happen to her, right? And it's not referenced. There's plot holes here. So, if we could just fix the plot holes and release the actual gorier scenes, this could have been a lot higher in the list. But as it is, I really like the new idea. Really like A New Beginning, and it's a solid number 6 in the list. Now, as we count down, things are gonna get hotter and hotter. So expect a lot more. Take it easy. Do you hear the cat? There's a cat outside having something on there, but hey, there's no editing on this movie. Nothing's gonna end up in the cutting room floor except my head is Jason is listening to something out there, I'm saying out there, but take it easy. See you next time on another installment of Fangs Out as I keep ranking movies from worst to best in the Friday the 13th franchise.